At the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Let's go now. 50, plant.
I got one.
Shoot.
First carry for Darius Geis. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
They tried their best to...
And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And he cuts it out right sideline. Some space here. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a first down. Wow, what a gutsy call. If you're the defense, opening drive, you just got the stopper, at least you think, and then boom, right back on the field for more.
It had to feel of something that they had planned for all week long. Hey, first drive of the game, let's be aggressive, let's go get them. And now defensively, they've got to be writing notes to themselves. In practice, work on fake punts right out of the gate because that was really unexpected.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 13 at a New England first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Switch. 2 draw Corkers. Go.
They're going to look to throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
At the 31-yard line.
Hey!
Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. It was Desmond Trufant right there, step for step in coverage.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 55.
They'll drop to throw. He may try and run for this. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Hey, C6.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Back to throw now on first down. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Hey, exit.
Mike's 5-4.
Deep grip.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Chris Godwin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Browns nothing. Brandon McManus set to kick off.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Focus, defense, focus. Right. He's tight right.
First down, Prescott. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. Catch number 44 on the year. It's a first down. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down.
Here we go.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Prescott on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football. They'll need to convert a 3rd and 7, though, to start things out. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Kenny Moore that time there on the coverage.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. Taken in at the 22. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And the Patriots take over.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe.
And now look at him go. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. N'Keal Harry, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. McManus's point after is good, and it's now 21-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here. But
a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really competent throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Zach Ertz, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. A little juke. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Browns drive about to get started. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down.
47. 26.
Prescott from the gun. He finds Beckham complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 43. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, zoom.
Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. 4 down. 4 down.
Hey. 86 to man. 86 to man. Watch him. Get it.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Complete to Washington. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big pickup of 38.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. It's their quarterback on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to pour it on. Now, the PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag. But you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light thing.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point. Now, after the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. This is taken at the 10. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? But everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Stepping up, he'll try and run. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally, down at the 36-yard line. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 36.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space.
And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. It's Christian Covington who notches the sack there. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And now it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Zipper.
He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Intended for James Washington. Incomplete.
So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one, as it's good from 56 yards out. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Come on, fellas.
The Browns drive about to get started. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Well, they have the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 36. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. First possession in the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. First and 15 following the delay of game. Following the penalty, it's Geis. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
On the set.
Let's go one more.
Smooth.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right.
Now.
Second and long. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Christian Covington able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Here we go.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on third down.
Let's put him on the bus.
Get it.
They'll look to throw. He's going to launch it for Washington. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field. But they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 15-yard line.
First down, Browns.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. They run. It's Mark Ingram. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. Alert 3, alert 3.
They'll run here with Ingram. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they've met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
Ingram. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
This is 3rd and goal. Still looking for the first points of the game.
I got one.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Murray. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. It's a keeper with Prescott. Trying to wedge his way in there. No signal. I don't think he got there. He did it. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Deuce. Everybody kill.
So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They come out here in the eye. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th.
What do you think?
55 is mine, guys. 55.
Hey, kill.
Get me?
Check 9. What do you think?
They'll run for it. It's Ingram. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Mark Ingram hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Browns able to get this one back to within at least some measure of respectability. Extra point right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Now Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines.
And my goodness, another interception. Able to get there and pick it. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. New England on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and get it with Geis. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now. Always a good sign. And look at this. Another fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. They only get 4, but the fake punt works and gets them a first down. So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through trying to block a punt. So you know he's got that ability to move, but oftentimes it's usually a running back, a fullback, someone who's used to having the ball in their hands. He's able to pick up the first down.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at their 49-yard line.
Let's go
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Ready.
They'll run with Geis. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now after the run by Geis, here's 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. 6 guy. Check 6 guy. Check.
Geis. And an alley to run. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
Here we go. Topper. Shoot.
Geis with the carry on 2nd down, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2.
All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get this. Check.
Now.
This is Geis. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Watch 54, watch 54. Watch the curl, watch the curl.
Get it.
On the ground, it's Geis. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 28-yard line.
Ready.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
Watch tight end. Hey, we are. Let's go.
Now a run with Geis. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
60 yards.
50. Time to go. Night.
Say go.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for New England, that's now 5 wins on the campaign as they get the...